they're ruins. The militia was necessary to prevent the establishment of a standing army. The founders never intended us to have standing military forces. They're actually unconstitutional entities. And this is the standing army the founders warned us about. Militarized police forces in our midst that are the greatest direct threat to freedom that humanity faces. So let's get into section number 1. As I said, this presentation will be broken down into 3 sections: arms, needs, and cowardice. So you'll notice I did not define the word arms in that previous review, because this section is going to deeply explore what the founders meant by the word arms and the actual authors of the Second Amendment meant by arms. The Second Amendment does not just apply to firearms. Let me say that again. The Second Amendment does not just apply to firearms. Okay, people insist that this is what the Second Amendment is only about, that it's only about firearms, and it is not. The word firearms actually does not even appear in the Second Amendment. The wording of the Second Amendment is, a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. The word firearms does not appear in the wording. The word arms does appear with a capital A in the Second Amendment, and it literally meant any instrument that is capable of being used as a weapon for the purpose of self-defense. Any instrument that is capable of being used as a weapon for the purpose of self-defense, including but not limited to, you ready? Here we go. Pepper spray, tasers, knives, swords, hammers, brass knuckles, axes, bows and arrows, slingshots, baseball bats, tire irons, clubs, maces, pitchforks, nunchucks, throwing stars, bayonets, cannons, explosives, flamethrowers, pistols, shotguns, rifles, semi-automatic rifles, machine guns, grenades, lasers, tanks, airplanes, battleships, and atomic and nuclear weapons. That is what is being referred to in the Second Amendment. And if you don't think so, you're wrong. You do not understand the founders' original intent. It meant all and every implement of self-defensive weaponry. So these are arms, okay? Swords, knives, nunchucks, katanas, pistols, baseball bats, everything. You name the weapon. Some broken glass that you found on the ground, a brick, a table leg, okay? You can make improvised weapons. They're covered by the Second Amendment. Anything you can imagine, okay? Including firearms, including semi-automatic and automatic weaponry, including planes and tanks and bombs and grenades. And yes, let's take it out to its total conclusion. Okay, right away, let's get it all off the table. Let's take it all the way out to its total conclusions. People go, well, what about tactical nuclear warheads? Yes, yes, included in the Second Amendment, yes. Okay, and here, I'm going to go a little further because I'm an extremist, so let's go even further than that, okay? And here's the argument. But should everyone be allowed to have ... this weapon? Yes. Death Stars and Infinity Gauntlets for everyone. Okay? Let's just take it all the way out to its conclusion. Okay? Because here's the principle that should be understood, folks. People should not be focused on the weaponry. If the government has it, the people have to have it. If government has it, the answer is yes. The people should have it to defend themselves from government. Okay? So that's one of the main concepts I wanted to get right off the bat, out of the way for people to understand. And most people don't understand it because they're so fearful of weaponry. And that's what we're going to get to in cowardice. We're going to get to the real psychological heart of the matter, where we're not going to be talking much about actual weaponry there. We're going to be talking about what goes on in the human mind and the human heart. And that's going to cut really to the quick. People have to understand the principles involved in the second